Sharing with you in this video how to generate your own energy from within to create what you want. And so what this is going to do is make it so that you're not seeking so much externally in order to create the results that you're looking for in your life. See, most people, what they do is they're stuck on finding the answers out there only. Now, I'm not saying that the answer that you're looking for in life in that particular situation might not come in the form of a person or maybe a book or a mentor or a course or a video or whatnot. It might be one of those things, but at the end of the day though, you have to realize that that answer exists within you in your own present moment consciousness. And of course, your consciousness is connected to everything, so it can come in the form of an external thing, but that's still coming through you in the sense that it's your consciousness, the same consciousness that creates yourself, and so to speak, yourself in the terms of your body, is the same consciousness that creates the thing, so to speak, out there, that the answer, the form that the answer comes in, whatever form it is, whether it's externally, whether it's internally, maybe a thought in your mind, whatever form it is, it comes from the same essence, which is of course the consciousness that creates it all. So the first thing that I want to ask you is really for you to contemplate, do you believe you need anything externally in order for you to feel peace? Like, do you really believe that? Because if you do, that's going to be the difference between the second thing that I want to share with you in this video as well, which is that belief in of itself, like if you believe that you do need something out there in order to feel that true peace within yourself, you're going to start to become sort of, it leads to sort of leeching, like a leeching energy, where you're kind of leeching from the external world because all you're doing is taking. You're never willing to give. See, a person that is of true integrity, of what I believe to be the truest form of value that you could truly give a person, is by being connected to your state of being connected to who you are at a being level. Oftentimes it's not about what you just do. What you do in the world, everybody might have a different level of doing. One person might do different things than another person, but again, that same beingness that creates all of us is the same thing. So when you can start to become conscious of that, that's when you become a little more conscious as well. In my personal opinion, you kind of just see it, that everything at an energetic level is sort of a give and take. And so some people don't want to honorably give and take. They don't have a certain level of respect for themselves and the environment. All they want to do is just take. So that's how you live dishonorably. If you want to live disrespectfully, dishonorably, you do want to start to come from a space of just true selfishness. Only what can you take? And it's never about what can you give back. If you want to give just as much as you take, now you're becoming a person of true integrity. True, in my personal opinion, you're getting to closer to what I believe to be true value. You're not leeching anymore. So again, going back to the question, like, do you think that like something out there is going to make you happy? You know, to lead to the third thing that I want to share with you in this video as well, which is like, do not chase money, relationships, or anything external, believing that that's going to find you peace. Because if you do, what you're doing is you're still operating from that belief that you're going to find something out there that's going to fulfill you and make you happy. So what we're trying to avoid at all costs is to kind of be in that state of hoping that like one day everything is going to work out. Now, I'm not saying don't think, the best possible thoughts. I'm not saying don't think about the best possible case scenario. Of course, think about that. But what you don't want to do is have this high expectation that that scenario, when it finally happens, is going to generate a true state of peace for you at all times. Never in your life are you going to get to a point where one result gives you true fulfillment and peace, because of course it's about who you're being in the present moment. And of course, if you become conscious that this present moment right now is the only moment that exists, and you just are aware of that as you're doing what you're doing, you don't forget that, you hold that awareness of beingness, of being who you are while you're doing what you're doing, what you realize is that it was never about the thing out there that's ever going to make you happy. It's just the choice to sort of be it and embody it in the present moment and be who it is that thing that you want, that has that thing that you want, that is just doing the thing that it needs to do to have what you want. That's just normal for you. That's kind of what we're here to do, I believe, is to just play into the identity that we choose for ourselves as if it's already done, a done deal right now. It's just a done deal. It's completely finished. You're good to go. Just embody it right now. Give yourself permission to just be who you want to be, and understand that getting the result is never in your control anyway. So why depend on it for happiness? Why depend on it for peace? Why would you depend your peace on something that you have absolutely no control over if it even happens in the first place? Because really, I always talk about it, you don't have control over how well things happen in the external. You really don't. You really don't. And if you believe that, in my personal belief and opinion, you're operating under the premise that something out there, again, is going to make you happy. It's going to fulfill you. And of course, I believe that that is false. You're always going to be under the impression that that one moment is going to happen, not realizing that the true abundance, the kingdom of heaven, exists not in the future and not in the past, but in the present moment right now. In the present moment right now is where you will find, and then going back to the title of this video, how to generate your energy from within. Because when you can hold that attention of awareness itself, of consciousness itself, of beingness itself, while you do, what you start to become aware of is that you, as consciousness, are the generator of all energy, anything that you want to create. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to have to honor the physical body when it comes to doing certain things externally. Like, of course, we have to, do basic human tasks, move the body, like eat food, all these sorts of human things. Like, there's certain things that you're going to have to do. But what happens when you come from a place of beingness is everything becomes sort of infused with spiritual awareness of respect. Everything you do becomes just a little bit more honorable. You have just a little bit more awareness of how you treat people and what you're doing and what you're thinking. And your creative power also, unironically, in my opinion, gets enhanced by a very significant amount. You start to be able to actually have, in my personal belief and my personal experience, more powerful thoughts. Your intentions become sort of amplified because you're coming from a space of actually generating your thoughts from your own internal awareness, not just from your attachment to your past and even your attachment to the future. It's coming from a genuine place of beingness and desiring to be who you want to be in this present moment right now.